Hello guys, welcome back to another lovely trading video. In this one we're going to be doing the day trading recap for August 10th. As you can see, we've only been in one trade today. We're up $112. However, we are actually up a lot more. I think it's around $300. If you checked yesterday's recap, you would have seen that we locked in some of the shares yesterday because it kind of was an accidental swing and then we had issues getting out. So those are our exits, but basically what happened on MDIA, we got long around this area here, around that 737 is where we got long. So we got long right in this move here with a stop loss at 719 and a take profit of, I believe, 765. Some got locked in on this move here. However, the rest we closed out today because for some reason we couldn't close out the rest during yesterday's after hours. Obviously that in hindsight wasn't the best idea because it ended up going up about another 36%, but obviously we don't know that's going to happen, so it made sense to get out because it wasn't even meant to be a proper trade. It was meant to be more of a day trade. We just had the orders out and then it seemed to fill at the end of the day. Now we'll go over the trades that were just good setups, but we just either didn't take or couldn't short. So carrying on with MDIA, there was short opportunities here, would have been good, but would have been losing trades. So I guess a good thing we couldn't short the stock, but that would have been a loser. However, wouldn't have mattered because we would have made it back on these. Firstly, we would have shorted this 1035 level. You can see, even though it's a green candle, it would have been a winning trade because it would have done at least a 1-to-1 risk to reward. As you can see, it came down from 1035 to $10. So our max risk on a trade is 30 cents. So no matter what, we would have at least made money on that trade. Then we also would have had the trading opportunity here, which would have been at least a 2-to-1. So even if we had that loss there of $200, we would probably still be up around $200, maybe $400 on those 3 trades in total. Then it would have also provided a long trade opportunity into this move. Everything we would have looked for below VWAP extended from the 9, and we would have also liked this trade even more. This is kind of what I call an A quality setup, when you got yesterday's high, close or low right next to your entry, because then you have even more confidence that it's going to bounce before hitting your stop, like in this case comes down to yesterday's high before bouncing off. So it would have been a great winning trade. Now we'll go over AGFY. This again would have been a good one. This one actually I could short. I didn't short here because you can see it was just stair stepping and wasn't getting away from the 9. Didn't like the look of that. However, I did try to get into this short for the main reason being it was extended quite heavily, so we knew most likely even if we only pulled back to the 9 EMA, we would have at least got our 1-to-1 risk to reward. But this, as you can see, it was one big candle, happened very quickly. Just couldn't get my order out in time. Could have got it out if I just wanted to short, but I don't get into the trade unless I can put the bracket order to make sure if it carried on spiking for whatever reason, we would get out with our max loss of $200. So this was more just a human error, but would have been a winning trade and was shortable. And then lastly, we'll go on to FULC. This did provide a long opportunity here if we wanted to take it, but because the move happened pre-market, wasn't as keen on that trade. But as we can see, would have worked. Probably a break-even trade or a 1-to-1 risk to reward, but would have worked. Then obviously we avoid these ones because it's retesting a previous deviation that we've already tried on that day, so wouldn't short this move. So we'd be waiting for this move. Basically hit it here, and then this is the only problem with it, is it almost hit this deviation here and we got that strong reaction that we would look for. So if we didn't get in, which we may have, maybe the deviation was a bit lower, we could have got in, but it wasn't shortable either way, so we wouldn't have traded it or couldn't have traded it. But yeah, if we didn't get into this one, this move would have also worked well, and we would have got our 1-to-1 or 2-to-1 risk to reward on both of those trades. So that's it on the day trading recap on both trades we took, and ones that were just, we had our alerts out, either we couldn't short or there was human error involved. So I hope you enjoyed the recap. Hope to see you in the next one, and that's it. Peace.